Welcome to Apex Strategy Group. We're so glad you decided to partner with us today. Apex was formed in 2023 with one goal in mind: to bridge the gap between the restaurant business and the consulting business. We recognize that many of the reviews for restaurants online may not be as detailed as restaurants would like them to be. That's why we're here. We provide you with in-depth analysis of your restaurant and its operations to contribute to your success. Integrity is the foundation of everything that we do here. At Apex Strategies, we won't give you the runaround. We won't try to sugarcoat things. We tell you the facts like they are so that you can use them uh, to help your restaurant be the best it can be. As I said, we're here because we specialize in evaluating restaurants from every angle, including food service, quality, ambiance, customer experience, and business strategies. So we offer a comprehensive review of the restaurant going experience. Now, this is our objective for today. Um, Feel free to look through that as we begin. My name is Vladimir Bryant. I am the strategic analyst at Apex Strategy Group. Now, in my teenage years, I helped my parents in their consulting company with what is called a SWOT analysis, and I have become very gifted at that, in my opinion. And I enjoy helping restaurants see their operations from the SWOT analysis side of things. That's a great segue to introduce our client for today, Old Croydon Cafe. So, Old Croydon Cafe has a history of over 15 years, and they've been serving the greater Philadelphia and Pennsylvania area for that amount of time. They're well loved by their patrons and restaurant reviewers alike, who rave about their warm, down home, and friendly atmosphere and their breakfast food, which has become a staple of their menu, as you can see here. Now, on to the actual review. So, the next slide is going to include some of both the positive and negative reviews that we can see from Old Croydon Cafe. Let's start with the positives. We see that the most of the positive reviews are about the quality of the restaurant, as the last review from the Restaurant G review says their specials are closer to a five-star quality restaurant, but you get the same family friendly neighborhood feel. Highly recommend. So we can see that this is one of their strong points, as well as the great staffing and just the portion sizes for the restaurant. Now on to the negative reviews. So we can see that despite the um, positive reviews, that most of these reviews can also be negative for the exact same reasons as they can be positive. As these negative reviews, as you see, are addressing food quality and waitress service. So the strengths and weaknesses of Old Croydon Cafe include, well, let's start with the strengths first, I should say. The strengths include its ambiance, its warm, down home, friendly ambiance, the staffing service and their friendliness, and the portion sizes that patrons get when they go to the restaurant. Now, the weaknesses can be flipped on its head to the very same thing, except for one difference. So we saw in the reviews that the weaknesses included um, bad wait times for the staffing and the cleanliness issues. But there is also a weakness that the reviews failed to mention, which is that Old Corning Cafe only accepts cash as a form of payment. Here are some threats and opportunities for Old Corning Cafe. We see that the threats include a stagnant payment method, cash only, cleanliness issues like we saw in the negative review with the hair and the food, and staffing concerns, which is longer wait times and sometimes rude staff in the one negative review that we saw earlier. Now, there are some things that Old Croydon Cafe can do to address this. Um, one of which is adding an online menu for ease of access. Um, another one, and this is a big one, is adding more than one payment method. You're not always going to have cash to carry on you. And I know that Old Croydon Cafe prides itself on its mostly, I wouldn't say outdated, but old timey service and atmosphere, but this should not extend to the payment methods as well, I believe. Um, as restaurants modernize and as the business world and also the restaurant business modernizes, you should be able to as well. And addressing these threats immediately would do a good deal of benefit for you. So here's what went well. I know we discussed this briefly in the positive and negative reviews, which we're going to talk about on our next point, but I'd like to touch on the positive things first. Now, customers have cited the cafe's warm and inviting atmosphere. So the the down home feel, excuse me, of the restaurant can be both a hindrance, as I mentioned in the negative reviews, and a good thing. And in this case, a majority of the customers love it. They love that it's family friendly. The staff treats you like family, and the reviews say that well, the staff are pretty quick to treat you like a regular. Um, once you go and come back, and it makes you want to come back basically. And they rave about the generous portions that the restaurant gives you for a small price, which is good if you want to sell more food and keep feeding people and have them coming back. So this is especially high praiseworthy among the restaurant goers and the reviews that we've seen. And the last thing is that they also enjoy that the staff is always willing to help. Now this lends itself to the first point that I mentioned about the warm and inviting atmosphere. So the staff is always ready to treat its customers like family, and they also enjoy, as said in some reviews, just learning your order and getting to know you, your family, and um, what you do and who you are. So that is a good thing for you guys. Now, I won't go as in depth for the what could be better, and I'll save that for the recommendations because we've kind of touched on that a lot in the negative reviews section and the opportunities and threats section. So we can see that it all boils down, as I said, to the some instances of staff being unfriendly, um, and there have been issues with cleanliness as well. So I'm not gonna give a repeat of this, but the cleanliness and staff issues are really the big main issues here that patrons have. Besides the third point here, which is they don't have multiple ways to pay or an online menu for ease of access. So it's kind of rigid in the way it conducts itself. But um, those two, the cleanliness concerns and the staff concerns, seem to be the two biggest um, detractors from the restaurant. So you at Oak Courting Cafe might be wondering, what can we possibly do to address these negative reviews and keep customers coming back as they always have done? Well, good news, we got some recommendations for you. Now, the first and most important thing is that you need to make sure to address the issues regarding the service and cleanliness immediately. This can't be put off because these are the two main, these are the two main issues that people have when coming to your restaurant. Um, Adding an online menu for ease of access and ordering, and adding multiple forms of payment are a must too, because as I said, in the modernized restaurant world, um, not everyone is going to carry cash on them, and just having a cash only policy is hindering the business as well. And a final touch for the recommendations is updating the ambiance. I know that that might not seem important, but there are many other modern restaurants that have the same feel as you guys in at Oak Courting Cafe. So people have noted that the restaurant decor is a little just drab and boring. So I would recommend just upgrading that. You don't even have to change anything about the feel of the restaurant. Just update it with a couple touches of paint and just lifestyle things. And next, we will look at the four sections for questions that you should ask yourself after today. Now, these are mostly questions that consumers will ask themselves upon your first upon their visit to your restaurant. Now, you can see that these quadrants are first impression, aesthetics, food, and learning experience. So just keep a note of these and try to improve on all of them as you go forward. This is the stop start review section, and as you can see, we have a couple bullet points to base your review of this section off of. Now, the start section mostly consists of what you should start doing to increase results and to bring customers and to keep them coming back. So, as I mentioned, you can try experimenting with the multiple forms of payment, um, and updated decor, and things like that. Um, for stopping, these is completely stopping what's not working, what's impeding your progress, and what's making it harder for you guys to run in general. Now, this has to do mainly with the with the cleanliness and unfriendly staff reviews. Just do an internal look into the guys' work, your guys' work culture, and see what you can glean from that. So continue is what we're doing, is what you guys are doing well, and that includes just keeping the atmosphere friendly and welcoming, and including um, to have the staff continue to be their friendly and outgoing selves. And now, as we wrap up, I'd like to just say a few things. As we wrap up for the day, I'd like to mention that with all this information in hand, I do believe that you guys will have great success and continue to keep doing what you're doing. If you would like to contact Apex Strategy Group, our contact information is above, and if you do, and as a thank you for listening to our presentation today, you will get a lovely free tote bag. With all that said, I'm Vladimir Bryan of Apex Strategy Solutions, and thank you for your time and have a blessed day.